She writes a letter every day.
She writes a letter every day.
She wrote a letter yesterday.
She wrote a letter yesterday.
They play football in the evening.
They play football in the evening.
They played football last Sunday.
They played football last Sunday.
He drinks coffee in the morning.
He drinks coffee in the morning.
He drank coffee this morning.
He drank coffee this morning.
The sun rises in the east.
The sun rises in the east.
The sun rose at 6 a.m. yesterday.
The sun rose at 6 a.m. yesterday.
We visit our grandparents every month.
We visit our grandparents every month.
We visited our grandparents last month.
We visited our grandparents last month.
John reads a book in his free time.
John reads a book in his free time.
John read a book last weekend.
John read a book last weekend.
She teaches English at school.
She teaches English at school.
He taught English at school.
He taught English at school.
The kids enjoy playing outside.
The kids enjoy playing outside.
The kids enjoyed playing outside.
The kids enjoyed playing outside.
They always speak politely to others.
They always speak politely to others.
They spoke politely at the meeting.
They spoke politely at the meeting.
She listens to music every evening.
She listens to music every evening.
She listened to music last night.
She listened to music last night.
He drives to work every day.
He drives to work every day.
He drove to work yesterday.
He drove to work yesterday.
The dog barks at strangers.
The dog barks at strangers.
The dog barked at the mailman.
The dog barked at the mailman.
We cook dinner together on weekend.
We cook dinner together on weekend.
We cooked dinner together last weekend.
We cooked dinner together last weekend.
They dance at every party.
They dance at every party.
They danced at the wedding.
They danced at the wedding.
I always finish my homework on time.
I always finish my homework on time.
I finished my homework early.
I finished my homework early.
She loves to paint landscapes.
She loves to paint landscapes.
She painted a beautiful landscape.
She painted a beautiful landscape.
We clean the house every Saturday.
We clean the house every Saturday.
We cleaned the house last Saturday.
We cleaned the house last Saturday.
They travel to new places every year.
They travel to new places every year.
They traveled to Paris last year.
They traveled to Paris last year.
The baby cries when he is hungry.
The baby cries when he is hungry.
The baby cried last night.
The baby cried last night.
He sings beautifully during the class.
He sings beautifully during the class.
He sang beautifully at the concert.
He sang beautifully at the concert.
The teacher explains the topic clearly.
The teacher explains the topic clearly.
The teacher explained the topic well.
The teacher explained the topic well.
We play chess on Sunday.
We played chess on Sunday.
We played chess last Sunday.
We played chess last Sunday.
He exercises in the park every morning.
He exercises in the park every morning.
He exercised in the park last week.
He exercised in the park last week.
She waters the plants every morning.
She waters the plants every morning.
She watered the plants yesterday.
She watered the plants yesterday.
We celebrate festivals with great joy.
We celebrate festivals with great joy.
We celebrated Christmas together.
We celebrated Christmas together.
The cat sleeps on the couch during the day.
The cat sleeps on the couch during the day.
The cat slept on the couch all night.
The cat slept on the couch all night.
He always tells funny stories.
He always tells funny stories.
He told a hilarious story yesterday.
He told a hilarious story yesterday.
We eat dinner together as a family.
We eat dinner together as a family.
We ate dinner at a restaurant last night.
We ate dinner at a restaurant last night.
The sun sets in the west.
The sun sets in the west.
The sun set behind the hills.
The sun set behind the hills.
He calls his parents every evening.
He calls his parents every evening.
He called his parents last night.
He called his parents last night.
They laugh at every joke.
They laugh at every joke.
They laughed at the comedian's jokes.
They laughed at the comedian's jokes.
He brushes his teeth twice a day.
He brushes his teeth twice a day.
He brushed his teeth this morning.
He brushed his teeth this morning.
I write in my diary every night.
I write in my diary every night.
I wrote in my diary last night.
I wrote in my diary last night.
He works in an IT company.
He works in an IT company.
He worked in a bank 2 years ago.
He worked in a bank 2 years ago.
He usually arrives on time.
He usually arrives on time.
He arrived late due to traffic.
He arrived late due to traffic.